Yo, what's good guys? Mr. Red here, and today we're going to be showcasing the Informal macro. We're going to be showing what it does, how to use it, all the things it does, and we're going to be doing it on the winter events because that is something that the macro is able to AFK for you. So we're going to be seeing how much stars I can get overnight using it and how good it is. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and let's go. Alright guys, so here it is, the Informal macro. This is the 6.3 version. I think right now we're on the 6.5, but it was just like, I think some like minor changes, so I just didn't feel like switching. But here we are, this is it. So we're gonna be doing the winter event. To start off, we have the units, like where you're going to do the config, the macro. So you have the unit slot, which is obviously where your unit is. You have whether you want to sell the unit depending on what you're doing, and then you have the placements. You can do either ground, where just place it on the ground, hill, where the macro will actually look for a hill to place that unit on, and then you just have the farm. Alright, and then here's where you select your coordinates. In the winter event, for the winter event, it doesn't matter, but if you were to go to something, let's say Planet Raid Act 4, you would need to select a coordinate on where you would want your unit to be. So you have the Rain Village, AOT Infinite, Halloween event. You can even do a custom one. You have Infinity Castle, Ons, and I'm not too sure what this one is. And then you have gems. For this video, we're gonna go ahead and do the winter event. So right now we have the 100% drop rate, and then you'll be able to tell what the macro is doing on the current process right here. On the settings, you have the keybinds. You're able to add a webhook. So if you go from your own Discord server and add a webhook, it'll actually send you images of the macro, which we'll look into once we're inside the winter event. But now we're gonna go ahead and start it. Alright, so as you see, like, it'll click tab for you and everything. Starts going off. Play here. You can do it with others. If you can either have people tag along with you or have other people use the macro as well, and you can do that with others, or you can just solo it. For me personally, I am going to go ahead and solo it. So let's go ahead and wait for it to load inside. Alright, so with this, you're actually able to pause the macro. So I'm going to pause it real quick. You always have to make sure to have your thing on default keyboard, because it's going to switch that. And then in the Discord, you'll be able to see the perfect way to set it up. So now, oh wait, I don't have the right team on, but whatever, it's fine. So now we're gonna go ahead and let it do its thing. Honestly, this macro it's really good. Honestly, I'd say for the most part, I think there's one other macro, but I want to say Informal is definitely better than that other macro. So as you see now, it's trying to place the Bulma, because that was the first unit 1 that I had put for that. And then it's gonna go ahead and upgrade it, because upgrade 2, that's what the upgrade I had it stop at. You can have it stop at upgrade 1, 0, and go on to the next unit, and then it does pick the cards for you. So that's something really good too, that it's actually able to pick the cards for you. And when it's doing the placements, it actually goes row by row, scanning to see where it can place the units. So then it goes to upgrade 3, then on to the next one, my Pride, gotta get him to upgrade 3, and then it just continues on. And then alright, so when it comes to the card, picking the cards, you can actually select in the settings how to like change it from either picking all the easy cards, like all the buffs, or it trying to prioritize picking all the debuffs, which is something very good if you probably got a whole team of uniques and can easily solo it with a full debuff cards, which obviously also depends on your luck, but the macro will prioritize the debuffs. So as you see right now, for the farms, it just clicks around to see where it could place it. which unlike the ground that actually goes row by row. And then obviously if I had a hill, it would place it on the hill right there. But for my dark mage, it's much better to, and for most maps, for this map probably not, but for most maps it would have been better. But as you see, oh, I lived. That's awesome. Clutch on with pride. So right now it's still trying to find one. Eventually it will find a spot for that speed cart. Alright, so now we're just gonna go ahead, let it run for a bit, and then probably lose, so I can just show you guys the way the webhook works, how it would send it to your server. And then we'll go ahead and do a comparison from how much stars I have now to how much stars I get after you leave it on overnight. For the most part, that's what most people do, leave it on overnight while you're sleeping, and I'll see how much I have. So let's just let it run for a bit to place all the units. Alright guys, so far it's done pretty good. It's gone to wave 24, but now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see what happens, show you guys what happens when it loses. So when it does lose, or even when it wins, but you know, just because why not, let's just see how it loses once we lose. Alright, wave completed. Now it's gonna go ahead, it's gonna take a picture of that, and then it's going to replay it. So if we go off now to the Discord server, alright, so now when we go, you'll see here that it says defeat, took a picture that we lost. It even tells you how long the macro has been on for. And then here on the side you have the amount of runs that the macro's done so far since you had started it. And even when you want to make sure the webhook works, you can even click test right here and it'll go ahead and take a picture to show that the macro works. So now we're gonna go ahead and go back to the lobby real quick. Alright, so we're back in the lobby, and then I want to say you do need to, you know, close it. You need to go back to the lobby or something like this, and you had already started it. So now we're gonna go ahead. Here we have it. Now we have everything set up perfectly. See, if you look at this, you have the multiple pages, and it goes all the way until it maxes out my Eisen and ends up maxing out all my units. So now we're gonna go ahead. Right now I'm starting at 28,688 stars. So we're gonna go ahead, leave it on overnight, and see how far it gets. So let's go. Alright guys, so we have finished using the macro. As you see here, the webhook perfectly took a picture of all the times I lost, all the times I won. It has like little messes up here and there, but you know, that obviously depends on the map. You know, not every map is going to be as easy as the other one, but for the most part I won every single one since the moment I started, which was over here all the way until we finished. And we did about, alright, so we did about 26 in 16 hours. I know it's a lot. It's not as much as you probably would AFK during the night, but you know, I had to be gone for quite a bit, so I did end up AFKing for a good while. But I could say from this, we ended up getting 173,000 stars in 16 hours. Wait, but I started off at 20, so I got around, I think, 150 stars, which is still a lot. 150,000 stars in one overnight. and I want to say I know the 100% rate was there, but even without that, for this amount of hours, you'd probably get around 100,000, or I would normally get 50,000 every 8 hours, which is honestly still a lot. So now we're gonna go ahead after using the wonderful macro. Did I get any portals? No, no portals. All right, well, now we're gonna go ahead, spin, and see if we get anything. Alright guys, so we are all out now. So now we're gonna go ahead. See, what did I get? I got 16. I got 16 units? Nah. Wait, let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 mythics. Honestly, I will take that. That's actually good for limit break. So honestly, that's a pretty big W. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, I'll leave the link down below for the Informal macro if you guys want to check that out. They also do anime vanguards, they do fish, so that's definitely something you guys should check out, because it's an amazing way to grind the game and not just have to like really sit there and be on your computer the whole time just watching it go from how long it takes, and you can grind for a lot more and get OP real quick. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next one.